Hello and welcome to the 31st tutorial on how to program Gscript2. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you something called TriggerClient, and for that I created a new weapon called ActionClient and added it to myself already. So let's put client side function on what do we want? On player chats. We're going to put if player.chat.starts. So if what you're saying, whatever you're saying, if it starts with the text /find, then two parentheses, then we're going to put temp.pname, and so this is a new variable, and make it player.chat. We could replace this with any variable actually. Along with here, we could actually put this dot some text, and it'll take this text variable and whatever it starts with, and yeah, but we're gonna put player.chat as the variable. And then over here we're gonna put player.chat.substring. Now substring is going to take out a part of the text, and we're gonna take out that part and put it into this new variable. So we're gonna take out 5. Now 5 doesn't take out the first 5 letters, it's gonna take out all the letters past the letter, the 5th letter. So we're going to take this. Those aren't going to be taken. Then everything past that is going to be taken. So, now, we may want a space here as well. Yeah, that'll be a good idea to have a space. Then we'll put a 6 here. Okay. Then, let's go here and put player.chat is equal to temp.pname. Just to test. Alright. Now if I say find, as you can see over here I'm saying /find, oh, with a space. Oh wait, so we may want to edit this a bit. So let's say we don't want to count any of these spaces here. Well, we could do this, but then everything we say is not going to be able to have a space. Well, if we go here after substring and put .trim, then parentheses, this is going to make it so that it cuts out all the spaces there. So we can change this back to 5. So even if we put something like /find space la 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 la, it's just going to take out the la la la, not going to include the space. So there. Now we type /find, and nothing is not going to say anything because we didn't put anything after the /find. Now if we put, so you can kind of hard to see, but whatever. Now if we put /find space, what do we want? Some words. It's going to say some words. Now if we didn't put a space there, just /find some words, you can see I took out that space, it's still going to say some words. Reason being because we have .trim here, which is taking out the spaces. Okay. So after this, we're going to take out, we don't want it to say ourselves to say it anymore. We're going to put trigger server GUI this dot name comma temp.pname, because we want to send over that variable we just made. Then here we're going to put function on action server side and rename this variable we just sent to, well, let's just not rename it, temp.pname, keep it the same. Alright, now we're over on server side. Now let's put a for loop and put temp.pl there, and we're going to loop through all the players on the server using the variable temp.pl. Then if pl, which is the account of all the players, if any of them .nick, so if the account of, okay, let me explain that. So this is the account of all the players, pretty much. If one of those players, as it's looping through, if one of those players .nick, which is their nickname, is equal to the text we just said, temp.pname, if it's equal to that, then we're going to put pl, which is the player that's already at, .chat is equal to, that's me. Okay. So I'm saying /find, then some words. It's looping through everyone on the server. If anyone's name is equal to those words, they're going to say this. Okay. Now if we type slash find test, which is the name of this test person right here, they're gonna say that's me. If we put someone that doesn't exist here, like let's say Bob is not on the server, but if we put it, well, no one's gonna say anything. If we put 0G, which is me, I'm gonna say that's me. Alright, now let's use TriggerClient. Okay, TriggerClient is a thing that's gonna go from server side to client side, so it's the opposite of Trigger server. So let's have that here. After that person says it, we're gonna put player, it's not them but us, player.TriggerClient.GUI, because it's in a weapon, comma this.name to specify what weapon we want to use this in. Then we don't want to send any variables over. Now let's make it bigger. Now over here under client side, we're gonna put function on action client side. Alright, now let's put show image, it's 300, then whatever image, block.png, then player.x, comma player.y. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put it on ourselves, we're going to put it on the other person. So let's change the image first. Let's change the image to something a bit more fancy. Blue underscore rupee. That's something I have. You probably don't have it, so you can put something else. Now over here I'm going to put the name of the, well, actually I want to send over those variables first. Over here on player.TriggerClient, we're going to send over the variable. We're going to send over pl.x and send over pl.y. So it's going to send over this player's account's x value and their y value. Then over here in the parentheses, we're just going to keep it like this: plx, comma ply. Then over here we're going to put plx, and over here ply. The x one is going to be applied to the plx. The y one is going to be applied to the ply. Alright, if we try that, there, he's in observer mode. 1 second. Okay, now that he's back, I'm going to show you what it does. Okay, so actually I'm going to test it. So I was going to find test. Now he's going to say that's me, and then this rupee is this image is going to appear on his x and y. Now if we look at this player's account, this player's window, you can see the rupee is not there. Only I can see it, since I typed in /find and then his name. Now that's because this is on client side. So that's pretty useful, actually. You can make things that only the player can see after going from server side to client side. Now, TriggerClient will only work if you have first gone to server side and you're going back to client side, which is pretty lame, but you know, whatever. So you can only use TriggerClient if you've already used Trigger server, gone to server side, used TriggerClient, and gone back to client side. Well, anyway, let's try that again. We could also make the rupee disappear after a while. So let's put sleep2, and then we're gonna put the image again, but just take out this, so it's not gonna be, it's gonna be a blank image. Alright, now if I type in /find test, it's gonna loop through everyone, find the person named Test. He's gonna have the image appear next to him and the chat, so it shows me, okay, that's that guy. Now there's a lot more you can do with TriggerClient. You can also go to client side on other people. So let's show how that works. Instead of putting player.client side, we're going to put pl.client side, because that's the current player that we're looping through. Now, we're doing client side to them on this current weapon as well. So they have to have this weapon as well, because we're putting this.name. Okay, let me explain this again. On client side, I am going to say /find and then some words. it's going to go to server side. It's going to loop through everyone on the server, and if somebody's nickname is equal to the text I just said after /find, they are going to say, that's me, and then this trigger client is going to happen to them, not me anymore. I'm changing that. And it's going to happen to them on this weapon, assuming they have it. If they don't have it, then it's not going to work. But if they do have it, it is going to work. So, it's going to run this here. It's going to run this code, line of code, this block of code over here for them. Not for me, but for them. Alright, let's apply that and see how it works. I'm going to hold this over here. This test play over here. Actually, over here. I'll show them in a second. So first I'm going to say /find, then test. So he's going to say that's me. Oh, probably didn't catch that. Here, I'll do it on the other player instead. Find 0G. So I'm gonna say find 0G, which is pretty useful. Let's type that again. Find 0G. Oh wait, why is the rupee appearing on me? Well, oh yeah, that's because I made it that way. See, the rupee now appears on the opposite person, not on myself. So I'm gonna type /find 0G on this test account, and only the rupee is going to appear on me only. Now we could have other things happen. Instead of the rupee appearing, we could have maybe an image appear that says, do you want to join this guild? And they could say yes or no, and then it'll go back to the server side, but do it for me instead, or something like that. We could do a lot of things with this. You can do whatever you want on client side here. And I guess that concludes this tutorial. Let me explain that one more time. So here, I'm going to say /find. It's going to take that variable I said after /find, loop through everyone on a server. If their nickname is equal to that variable, it's going to go to them and make the rupee appear for them. And it's also going to make them say that's me. But everyone can see that because it's a chat. So that concludes this tutorial, and I'll see you next time. Here, let me show you one more example. Let me show you the example again. Over here on this test person, I'm going to say /find 0G. Now when I say it, it's going to say that's me, and the rupee is going to appear on that player's window. Not on mine, but just on that player's. That concludes this tutorial.